right, so I have this gradient here, and you know what? I'm going to go to my swatches, and this is what I like to do because I may want to use this again. I'm going to click on the new swatches. I'm going to call it sun, and then it pops up right here, so I'll have that again because I'm going to possibly use it again. All right. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and add some sun rays. I'm just going to follow along the horizon line. Okay, now I don't like the direction of this. I am going to make this a linear. All right, so my linear gradient, use my gradient tool, and I hit the Alt key, and I can start rotating the direction of this, gradient here. And I think when I do this, I want to drag this out a little bit further. I can stretch this. This I'm not holding the Alt key. I'm just like dragging, left click and drag, and then I can make the gradation longer. I want this instead of white. I'm going to double left click on it. And I'm going to just use my swatches and make it yellow. Okay. So there's the gradation. Now I want to save this. Like I said, it's up here. It should be set. So if I click this, it's set. It's showing up here, and then I can add sun, call this sun rays. So I've got that saved, and then now I can click off of it, and I'm going to do some of my other little rays, and it's going to cover up the boat. That's okay, but I can always change the direction of it, and I'm going to make this go up here. Close that off. Come on, there we go. I'm not happy with the way that gradient is running, so I'm going to use my gradient tool. I'm going to adjust, hit the Alt key because I got to rotate it, and then I'm going to rotate it where it goes from orange, and then I can actually drag this and adjust because it needs to be longer, the gradient. Okay, so that's done, and then I'm going to keep going. I'll make this go all the way across. Looks like I'm just going to go ahead and do all my rays. Looks like I am going to have to do some adjusting. That's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and make these and then just adjust them. Okay, so now I use my gradient, left click on that, hit my Alt key, start the rotation process. Okay, then drag this out, Alt key to adjust the actual gradient, and left click and hold so I can move it. I'm going to select this one and then hit my gradient tool. Okay, that one, I'm going to hit my Alt key and rotate that around, and then I'm going to have to move that, Alt, and rotate it. Okay, I've got this one. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do my gradient tool. So I'm getting a lot of practice with this. Alt key, come on, rotate it, the direction of it, and then I'm going to move this. Alt key and hold, left click and hold, and then I'm going to move that and adjust it. Okay, so I've got my sun rays here, and then you know what? I can always move that behind. I just left click, hold, and drag below the boat. And then if I want to, this is nice. They have some features where you can use effects like you would in Photoshop. So if I want to do a blur, I want to do a Gaussian blur. And then I can adjust how much of a blur. I'm just going to do a slight. And then I can left click on this so I can get a preview. So see how it changes, and then it'll add a little bit of a blur, but it's still a vector, okay? So it gives me a little different effect.